This is He Knows His Sport, bringing you that heat and that fire. All right, y'all. I'm gonna talk about Pascal Siakam. Hear me and hear me well. Pascal Siakam is a player that does not deserve a 4-year max contract of $130 million. He needs to go ahead and give back 10 to 15 million of that, possibly 20 million to Kawhi Leonard. Let me say it again. He needs to give 15 to 20, possibly 30 million of that money back to Kawhi Leonard, because he got this contract off of the strength of Kawhi Leonard not re-signing with the Toronto Raptors. He's forever indebted and grateful to Kawhi Leonard, because we saw the identity of Pascal Siakam through Kawhi Leonard. We saw that. Kawhi Leonard brought his game to the next level. It was because of Kawhi Leonard that Pascal Siakam became the player they became on the basketball court. Pascal Siakam is a player that has to be a low-level number 2, high-octane number 3. Let me say it again. A low-level number 2, high-octane number 3. I think preferably, shout-outs to Tom Ross TV, he said it right. The contract that would have made sense is anywhere between 60 to 70 million for Pascal Siakam. I don't see him deserving any more than that. See, what's happening with this new TV deal, right, that's been going on for years, and the way the salary cap structure is set up currently, it screws a lot of players, because a lot of players think that they are worth more than what they truly are. So what you guys are going to see come 2023, 2024, when the NBA collective bargaining agreement is renewed, right, it's reenacted, you're going to see a lot of NBA players get what they're supposedly supposed to get, because I'm sure a lot of NBA owners are hot and bothered like grits about what these players are making and what their marketability should truly be, you know what I'm saying, in a real NBA market. Now, these owners are not blameless, because they're the ones that also set the precedence for these guys making more money, right? Because of the TV deal, they're making more money, so they don't mind these players making more money. And again, I'm not sitting here hating and trolling that players shouldn't make a certain amount of money, but $32.5 million to a Pascal Siakam, I mean, come on, his name doesn't even spell superstar, let alone his game. I don't even care what he did in the postseason. 19.1 points per game, 7.1 point rebounds. Listen to his overall stats. 16.9 points last season, 6.9 rebounds, 3.1 assists. Does that sound like a guy that should be getting $32.5 million a year? That's just as atrocious as Mike Conley. And Mike Conley would be considered a higher level player than Pascal Siakam. Maybe not at this point because he's older, right? And he's injury prone. But in Mike Conley's heyday, he would be considered a more higher level. And look at the money he's making. A lot of guys don't deserve the money that they're making. And Pascal Siakam is not an exception to the rule. He also doesn't deserve the money he's making. You know, when a guy is getting $32.5 million, he needs to be averaging at least 25 or more points per game. He needs to be averaging at least 5.5 or more assists per game, 5.5 more rebounds per game. You need to give me close to 2 steals, close to a block. You know what I'm saying? Close to 50% from the field. You know what I'm saying? 80-something percentile from the free throw. I mean, I need to see stats that justify this money, and I need to see the win and loss share percentage when he's on the floor, how the team produces. When he's off the floor, how the team doesn't produce. These things make all of the sense in the world. But 4 years, $130 million to Pascal Siakam. Listen, Pascal Siakam, you are forever grateful to Kawhi Leonard because he got you that NBA championship. This is reminiscent of LeBron James and Chris Bosh. Chris Bosh is way more deserving, right, of the money that he made, but he still wasn't fully deserving of it because he still didn't deserve that amount of money. And that's Chris Bosh I'm talking about. But Chris Bosh is a product of LeBron James and Dwayne Wade, right? That's how he got the money that he got. LeBron left the team and they said, you know what, we're going to put it on Chris Bosh. This is the same scenario that's happening with Pascal Siakam. The reason why he's getting what he's getting is because Kawhi Leonard left the team. If Kawhi Leonard did not leave that team, Pascal Siakam would have gotten a restructured extension. But trust and believe it would have been significantly less. This is He Knows the Sport. Check it out.